back to Oshkosh today. Thanks again for joining us. We've taken a little trip out to the Oshkosh Public Museum to their latest exhibit, The Great War to Great Gatsby. I'm standing here with Carla Sakaris from the Oshkosh Public Museum, and you're going to tell us a little bit more about this really neat exhibit that we're standing in the middle of right now.
Right. This exhibit just opened this past Sunday. We've already had some wonderful visitation. It's a real unique exhibit studying the years of 1914 to 1929, hence the title.
Yes.
So, you know, the beginning of the Great War through the Roaring 20s, and then ending right before the Depression. It takes a look more on a personal level, though, of lives and just everyday life during that time frame. So what kind of things people were doing locally here in Oshkosh and the region during those years. You know, it was a lot different with the war being fought all on European soil. We didn't have any battles here. So people's everyday life, you know, wasn't quite always as absorbed with the day-to-day happenings in the war.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And you know, it's really neat too, this exhibit is, like you said, it's kind of Oshkosh focused.
Yes.
And something really special about this exhibit is almost everything is from the Oshkosh Public Museum's
That's right.
storage.
Yes, all of it is out of collections. Many of the, not many, but some of the items have never been exhibited before.
Wow.
So very special. They all had to be handled very delicately to make sure while on exhibit they're still under good care, and that nothing can happen to them. The reason for no touching, many of the items you'll see are textiles, dresses and uniforms and different outfits worn during the time. And to help preserve those for 100, 200 years to come, we need to limit the amount of time that we touch those objects so that they can stay well preserved for future generations to enjoy.
As tempting as it might be.
As tempting,
Yes.
some of these gowns are just beautiful with the,
a lot of furs too.
Yes, the furs and the beadwork and everything else. They are just gorgeous.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
And we'll get more into the different items that we can
Good.
see. But first, where did the idea come from to have this time period on display here in the museum?
Well, of course, with all the talk right now about Downton Abbey, you know, everybody watches the show. It's a big one, and then we found out the pain is getting that exhibit. So we thought, well, gosh, what could we do to showcase our collections and bring it localize that time period. So we decided to put this together and bring out all these wonderful, wonderful artifacts.
Which really makes it special again.
Yes.
That I just think it's so cool how it's all things that are focused on Oshkosh itself. So as much as people love Downton Abbey, they can kind of take it back and be like, this is what was going on right here in my hometown.
Exactly. So we had a lot of very prominent movers and shakers that not only were good for advancing Oshkosh, but they helped spearhead national movements like the women's rights and allowing women the right to vote. Those women were right here in Oshkosh.
It's just
it's exciting.
Yes, you can really get a sense of pride in Oshkosh going through here. Let's talk about some of the really cool things that we can see. Right behind us is, we just took a quick walk through, and that's already my favorite piece. So there's a lot of clothing, a lot of uniforms and outerwear, things like that. What else can we see?
We have some silent movies that have never been seen before. One of them is a movie that was made for Carl Laemmle, the founder of Universal Studios. He is from Oshkosh, and they, after he founded Universal Studios in California, his crew came here and did this movie, this silent movie, in his honor. Wow. So that was kind of cool. And then we have two videos, home videos of the Sawyer family. One is of them doing different sporting, either participating or watching sporting events. Really a fun thing to see the humor and just the little antics that they would play with one another.
How cool.
And then we have another home video that they took in the 20s. They took a trip from Havana through the Panama Canal to Hawaii. And so not only do we get to see the scenery, they do some really neat pans of all the scenery that they're passing, but of fun activities on the ship.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it's really cool. Those are two just incredible pieces that people will get to experience.
Yeah.
We also have an audio interview from a man, Leroy Youngworth, in town on, 7th and Knapp Street. There's Leroy's Bar.
Oh my gosh.
Leroy is the original owner of that bar. We have oral history of him recalling his days as a bootlegger.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes.
How cool is that? So it really
Yeah.
kind of gives you a chance to step back and, it's as though you're standing right there next to Leroy or the Sawyer
Exactly,
family and
yes.
Experience it right there with them. We've got some other, little artifacts and things like that. Any, noteworthy, unique items that we can see?
There's a lot of really neat things. One of them on loan from a local family is a still. They didn't know that Uncle Earl had participated in moonshining, but after he died, they were cleaning his garage, and look what they found hidden in a closet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so you never know about some of your relatives sometimes.
Oh, how cool. So
Yeah.
that among, just hundreds of other
Countless,
things. We could go
yes.
on and on, but you're just going to have to come out and see it for yourself.
Yes, you will.
So how long is the exhibit available? What's the season
Yep,
for this one?
It'll run through October 18th,
Okay.
which is a Sunday. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
Any admission costs?
Yes, we're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4:30, Sunday, 1 to 4:30. Admission is $7 for adults, $5 for seniors 62 and older, $3.50 children 6 to 17. Children under 6 are free, as
So,
are members.
Really a cost-friendly thing to
It
do.
is.
And this is our summer special episode. So why is it important that we remember the Oshkosh Public Museum when, during the summer when life tends to be so busy? Why is the
Yeah.
museum a great place to think about for a summer fun?
Well, we always have rotating exhibits, so a fun time to come in, not only take in the Great War to Great Gatsby exhibit, but just to see all the other wonderful things that we have every day that you come.
Yes.
And it's air conditioned.
It is air
In
conditioned.
in the hot summertime. Come into the cool
Yes.
museum and
Pick
just
up a
explore.
scavenger hunt.
Yes.
You guys have some really neat little scavenger hunt sheets out there.
Yeah,
so.
just it helps you discover things you maybe didn't notice before.
Exactly. So yes, really a great option to get out of the heat or the rain,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
just take a nice day, and you can really make a day out of this. There's
Yes,
so
you
much to
could.
see.
Yes.
So, where can people find more information on your exhibits?
Yep, on our website, oshkoshmuseum.org.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much again for having us out here. We're going to take a
thank
walk
you.
around and take a look at some of the awesome artifacts that you have here from the Great War to the Great Gatsby. So
All right,
thanks for having
thank
us out
you.
here.